And for those who observe the Lenten season, it is time to give up meat, at least on certain days.
Yes, on Fridays, and today, of course, Ash Wednesday. But don't worry, we have you covered in today's Better Cooking. We have Andrea, Luttrell, and Carrie Taylor, Big Y, registered dietitians. They're going to show us how you can prepare some perfectly delicious fish meals. Lovely to see you, ladies. We've missed you.
Good to see you guys.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
So this is not sacrificing at all to give up meat.
I know.
When you prepare fish like this.
It's not, and even if you don't you don't observe Lent and you're not going meat-free for that reason, eating seafood is so beneficial to your health, and really not enough Americans eat enough anyway.
Guilty.
So we're just going to show you some quick things. You really shouldn't be afraid to cook seafood because it is so easy.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so 1 in 10 Americans misses the mark when it comes to the recommended 8 ounces a week of fish. And the reason why we want to eat fish is because you're rich in omega-3 fats. And so convenient ways like frozen options that are already seasoned, or even in our seafood department, we have fillets that are already seasoned or coated, like the coconut fillet here.
Yum.
And just a minute in the microwave for some whole grain to add to that, and some frozen green beans, and you can get it on the table within about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, now you're talking my language. All right.
So
So which dish do you want to start with first?
Yeah, so we can actually do, this is one of my favorites. It's scallops, and I love scallops.
I've always been too intimidated to try to cook scallops.
Oh, they're so easy.
I've never
They're so
cooked them myself either. So
we're going to show you. You just really want to get your olive oil nice and hot,
Okay.
and that's going to create that brown, nice sear on your scallop.
Okay.
We're going to season them with salt and pepper.
Okay, so go ahead. You can get fresh ground salt and some pepper.
Or you can do whatever seasoning. You know, if you like a Cajun style or some paprika, just to add some nice color.
Okay.
And then you just want to add it to your pan, and 2 minutes on each side.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's
yeah.
it.
So, you know, having...
And how hot? I know each stove is different, but should it be more of a medium heat, a high heat?
You just want to do medium-high, so kind of right
okay,
in the middle. In the middle,
Practice makes perfect.
I know, I was
So
going to
we
say,
just
the
buy a
first
whole
time I
bunch of
make it,
scallops.
I'll mess it up. Yeah. Okay.
And so here we just kind of elevated it after they're cooked. We put it on a bed of arugula. You know, something you would see at a restaurant. We have a corn salsa from our local partners, Stonewall Kitchen.
Stonewall Kitchen has lots of solutions that make things quicker, so that was a really yummy topping for the scallops.
And as you said, it looks great. It's something you'd get from a restaurant, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
And over here we've got some fresh salmon.
Yeah, so we have different marinated salmons in our seafood department, and easy peasy, you bake it, you add it to whatever size you want, and it takes no time. And I think a lot of people are afraid to cook seafood because they're afraid they're either going to undercook it or overcook it.
Yeah,
So you can use a digital thermometer, make sure it hits 145 degrees, or just make sure the color changes so it's not as opaque.
And you said that's already marinated when you buy that from the store.
It is, yeah.
So take the guesswork. You just throw it in the oven.
And this looks like shrimp scampi, but it's not.
But it's not.
Right. We're using veggie noodles, which you can actually find in our produce
Did you
department.
call them zoodles?
Zoodles, yes. So zucchini noodles. These are butternut squash noodles to add some nice
So
color.
it
big
looks
trend
like
right now.
spaghetti,
Yeah.
but it's not. These are actually vegetables.
Yeah. Yep.
And do you boil those or do you fry?
No.
So you actually put it right on the sheet pan and cook it with the shrimp. We just mixed it with some olive oil, some no salt added seasonings. But again, you know, you can marinate your shrimp. You can really flavor it how you want. Bake it in the oven, 375 for about 10 minutes, and dinner's on the table.
I'm like, dinner tonight.
Yeah.
It's
quick
really
and it's
Pretty easy, yeah.
And it's nutritious. I noticed you also brought a can of tuna. Does that honestly count as a serving of seafood?
Yeah.
Tuna?
So the ounces that you would take from the tuna, you would count our seafood. Absolutely. It's rich in omega-3s, it's rich in protein, it's lower in fat
I eat more
than
fish than
other
I
cuts.
think then. I thought that was kind of cheating.
You eat a lot of tuna?
I do.
I mean, it's
I
probably
like
not as
tuna.
healthy if you load it up with mayo, I'm imagining.
You have to watch
True.
it. Yeah. Even you could do with Greek yogurt to add a nice creamy, something different.
Yeah,
get
you could do
protein.
some sort of vinaigrette instead of a mayonnaise-based spread.
I've seen people mix it with Italian dressing. I've never tried it personally. I'm unsure
Little
as to how I
different.
feel about that, but something different.
But yeah, so just quick ways, you know, now you don't have any excuses not to eat your seafood tonight.
Yeah,
I know, you
regardless
ladies really-
if you're observing Lenten or not.
I'll have my
Right.
seafood serving right here
Right
during
now.
the commercial break.
Of course you will.
Can folks find these recipes online?
BigY.com.